Hello everyone, welcome to AppDev channel. Today we are going to start the series of videos to get to know the details about the annotations that are available in Spring Framework or in Spring Boot. Okay, as part of that series, today's video is the first video to get to know the details about at the date auto wiring and at the date qualifier annotations. The reason why I chosen these two annotations because these annotations are helpful to automatically inject the dependencies into a bean. So dependency injection is one of the main features of Spring Framework. That's why I've chosen these two annotations as a starting of this video series. We know that a bean can be injected into another bean by using some XML configuration like this, right? Auto-wire we can use so that whenever a bean A is having a dependency of bean B with ID B, then it will be automatically injected by the Spring framework in class A so that class A can make use of that class B or bean B. So this is we know that, right? Dependencies can be injected by using constructor, by using setter methods, by using properties of a class. So all those things we are going to see how we can achieve by using at the date auto-wired annotation without writing any XML file. So let us start that. So this is my simple Spring Boot application I have created, and this one is not having anything else other than the starter parent and the web framework, Spring Boot starter web. Okay, now I have this application class. This is annotated with the Spring Boot application annotation. Now let me create a controller for this, and my controller I'm naming it as transaction controller. I'm going to place this in controller package, not in the app package. Controller, whenever a controller, right, if you want that controller to receive the REST URL request, we have to annotate that controller as at the date REST controller. And if you want some URI path to that controller, then you have to use request mapping. For this controller, I want to use transaction slash v1. Now in this controller, I'm going to have a method, okay, public void get transaction details. This is my method. Okay, this has to return something. This has, I mean, for now, let us print in get transaction details. Any URL having a URI path slash transaction slash v1 slash details, I want this method to be executed. Okay, so this is just a simple controller, a REST controller annotated with REST at the date REST controller and having a URI path slash transaction slash v1 slash details. Now let me run this project as a Spring Boot application. Okay, container started, right? Okay, let me open it. Yeah, if you see this, this is in get transaction details, which means that our controller is getting executed and our get method is also getting executed. Now I want to call another class from this one. Okay, say for example, I have one more class, transaction business. Okay, transaction business, tx business. Okay, let us create this business class. and I want to create this business class in com-appdev.business transaction business. So any component, I mean any job in you have created in Spring, if you want that to be managed by the or the instance creation, the class bean management should be done by the Spring framework. If you want that to be done by the Spring framework, then you have to annotate that class as at the date component, right? So this is my dependent bean and transaction bean. Let me import it here. If I print this transaction business here, okay, let us see what it prints. I'm running it again. It has started the application. Let me trigger a request. See this, in get transaction details, transaction business is null because we have not created the object, right? The object, I mean the object initialization is not done. So in order to make this object initialization or the object to be created by Spring Framework and injected into this class, right? We have to use at the date auto wired annotation. So the Spring container will look for the transaction, will look for the bean in the context named transaction business. If it finds it, then it tries to inject that bean here into this transaction controller. Now let us see what it does if we run it. See this, it is giving the instance now. Earlier it was null because we have not used the auto variable because it was not injected into this bin. That's why the object might have been created, but it was not. We are not getting the reference from the context or the container. So the moment we use at the date auto wired, container will inject the dependency from the bin factory or the factory of bins it is maintaining, right? From there, it is going to inject the transaction business bean into this class. Then we are getting the instance to it. So this is property based injection. This is one type of injection which we know, which we call it as a property based injection or the field level injection using at the date auto wired injection. Suppose once we get the transaction business, suppose if you want to call a method on it, say for example, okay, public void get transaction details. You can call that. So when we have an object, right? So we can call very well whatever the operations we can perform on a class, all those things we can continue doing that once we have an object. Let's do that. Now here let us print something in business transaction details. Now let me run it. If I execute the same request again, if you see this in get transaction details, our controller is called. After that, we are calling a method that is available on transaction business for which we got an object that is injected automatically by the container. on which we are calling this get transaction details method. So this get transaction details is getting executed. So this is one way of injecting beans into your class by using at the date auto wired annotation, and this is called as property based injection. Say for example, okay, uh, let us see one more example. This get transaction details, right? Suppose this needs a transaction class. Okay, now we have to create a transaction class. I'm going to create this transaction class in com appdev vivo. Now we have the transaction class. Let me import it here. Now I'll print the transaction class here. Again, transaction business is dependent on transaction, right? So we have to instruct the container to inject this transaction bean into this transaction business by using at the rate auto wired annotation. Okay, now let's run it again. See this, what happened? Field TX in transaction business required a bean of type transaction. The mistake what we have done is we have created a bean, but the bean is not initialized or created by the container, because what is that annotation we have to mention? Component annotation. Then only the bean will be managed by the container. Now let's see. Without having that annotation, that's what it is saying. The transaction that could not be found. It is not finding a bean. Now let's run it. Okay. If you see this in business transaction details, we are printing transaction now, right? The transaction, it's not the transaction business, it's the transaction vivo. Okay. So the whatever the object that is created by container is injected into this transaction business using the date auto wired annotation, as we mentioned it. Now let us go to another type of injection, that is setter based injection or the constructor based injection. Let us see the constructor based injection. Say for example, this transaction business, right? This is having one constructor, transaction business is having a constructor and it needs a transaction. Okay, now let me comment this everything. Now see, this business transaction business constructor needs a transaction vivo. It is dependent on this transaction class, right? Then we have to mention at the date auto wire on this constructor. Let us print the constructor now. Now let us see what it happens. Transaction business constructor is having transaction dependency. Okay, now let us, yeah, see this, while constructing this transaction business bean, it found a constructor transaction business, and it needs a business transaction vivo that is, and we annotated that constructor at the date auto-wired. The moment it found a at the date auto-wired annotation on this constructor, it go and fetches the corresponding object from the framework will give you this transaction object, and the transaction business object will be constructed. So this is the way we inject the beans, dependent beans, using the constructor based injection using at the date auto-wired. Okay. Next, we will see the setter method, or the method based injection using auto-wired annotation. Okay. Say for example, my transaction business is dependent on another class. Okay. Yeah. My transaction business is dependent on another class, transaction config. Okay. This transaction config is the dependent object. Now I have a setter method on this transaction. This is a property that is defined in this business, right? So we can create a setter method. Okay. Public void set transaction config, and it needs a transaction config object, right? Let's print this out. Config object at the date auto wired. Now let us create a transaction config vivo. com.appdev.vivo. See this transaction config again, it's a bean, right? So component we have to use. Yep. So this transaction business is dependent on transaction config, so we are importing it. So as this is a setter method, right? We have to call it from somewhere. Yep. That business we are going to call it from here. Transaction business dot set transaction config. Here also we need a transaction config, right? At the date auto wired transaction config tx config. Now here we are calling set method of the business class set transaction config, and we are passing whatever that is injected into this class. Okay, same thing we are passing. Now let us print it. Let us run it. It was started, right? Now if you see the flow set, it goes to the set transaction config and it is auto wired, right? So in this one also config will be injected by the container, and we are printing the config object. Let's see whether the config is injected by using the setter method as well. See this com dot transaction config, right? Yeah. This is transaction config. This is transaction and get transaction details. Yep. So this is another way we inject transaction. I mean, we inject the dependent beans by using setter method. The same is applicable for any other method also. If a method is dependent on any other class, that also we can use the method level annotation. If a method is having certain parameters, and those parameters, one of them is a reference type, and those reference types also we can use at the date auto wired. Basically at the date auto wired can be used on a constructor, can be used on a class level field like this, can be used on a constructor like this, can be used on a setter methods, can be used on any other method, can also be used on parameters of a method, okay, of a method or a constructor as well. There are so many scenarios where we can use this at the date auto wired constructor. Okay, that's all about the different approaches we follow to to inject the dependencies automatically to instruct the Spring framework. Okay, so but while injecting these beans, right, it basically there are a couple of uh, types of injection, right? Inject by type, inject by name. Okay, so while injecting these dependencies, Spring framework or the container follows the injection by bean type. Okay, we will see that with an example. Okay, say for example, let me remove everything, or else let me create another project. Okay, new Spring Starter project 1.2 annotations, com app dev app. Yep, I'm going to add web dependency. Finish. Okay, now here also same thing. Okay, we will we will go to, okay, let me close everything, let me open it. Here what we are going to do is in the auto wiring by type, that's what we are going to learn now in this part. Okay, how the type based injection will happen. Okay, so I have a transaction like in any finance application there will be a couple of transactions, right? Like if you take a banking domain, there will be a couple of transactions like withdrawal transaction, deposit transaction, beneficiary transaction, add beneficiary, modify beneficiary. All those are coming under the transactions, right? So I'm going to create one interface transaction. Okay, let me create one interface that is just a transaction. So now there are a couple of types of transaction like fund transfer transaction, and it is implemented from my transaction interface. There is another type of transaction I'm going to create now, that is beneficiary transaction. This is also implemented from transaction. Now I have a business class that is dependent on this transaction. Okay, that is transaction business. Okay, so my business class is dependent on this transaction, but transaction is an interface, right? So we have to have some implementation class passed to it. Okay, uh, yeah, some implementation class passed to it. Suppose I have one method here, public void get transaction, get details. Okay, let me print the transaction here in business class. Okay, transaction business is dependent on this transaction. Now let me work. Let me also create a controller from where I am going to call. Okay, let me create a controller. Transaction controller. Let me move this to a different package, the business class. com.appdev.business. Okay, this transaction controller, we know it, right? At the date REST controller should be there, and at the date request mapping, all requests having the URI transaction v1 will be routed to this controller. Yep, I'm having a method public void get details, and this method any request that is having an URI slash details, this method will be executed, and this method is dependent on transaction business as well. We will use at the date auto because the dependency will be injected by the container. Now tx business dot get details, I'm calling it. The moment you call tx business dot get details, right, it comes here. It tries to inject a bean of type transaction. Okay, but there are couple of beans of type transaction: fund transfer transaction and beneficiary transaction. They are all of type transaction. Now let's run this program and see what will happen. See, the moment you created a class, we have to annotate it with the at the date component, otherwise it will not be available, right? Similarly, this one also, business as well. Transaction is an interface. We don't have to create an instance to it. Now let me run it again. Okay, so server was started successfully, right? Beneficiary transaction is there. Uh, what is this? This is a transaction business. Fund transfer transaction is also there. So let's invoke a request to it. Okay, transaction v1 slash details. Yeah, because we have to add some component scanning on the application level. At the rate component scan com.appdev. See this? Cons there is a problem during the container startup. Field TX in transaction business required a single bean, but two were found. Okay, because we are having two types of transaction of type transaction: fund transfer transaction and beneficiary transaction. The moment we say I want the transaction type to be injected automatically into this transaction business by the container will be in the confusion states. I am finding two beans of type transaction because by default I go by the type. Okay, but what you need, okay, which component, which particular class you need, that you have to specify to me, otherwise I will not be able to inject that automatically to you. That's what container is specifying. uh, some error here. If you see this action, consider making one of the beans as primary, or updating the consumer to accept multiple beans, or using the qualifier to identify the bean that should be consumed. Okay, say for example, I have I have the component and it is created with some name like this fund transfer transaction. Okay, and this beneficiary transaction is created beneficiary tx. Okay, now let's run it. What will happen, we'll see again the still same error, right? Because we are just specifying this component name is like this. Okay, this component name is like this, but we are not still specifying what component, what exact component you need. Okay, we are not instructing the Spring container to uniquely identify a component of type, which type you want, or which type you want to be injected into your transaction business. So in order to distinguish which exact type, which specific type of the transaction you want, in order to distinguish it, we have to use at the date qualifier annotation. So for this at the date qualifier annotation, we have to pass what kind of we have to pass what kind of, what is the specific type of transaction you need. Suppose I need fund transaction type. Okay, I can mention that for whatever the name I mentioned, the component name or the component ID, right? Same thing we have to mention here in the at the date qualifier, so that particular specific type of fund transfer transaction will be injected into this. Now let us run it. See, the container started successfully. Now let's run it. Now there is no problem. If you see in the business class, it is printing fund transfer transaction. Okay, so fund transfer transaction is injected by using this qualifier annotation. Framework identifies it. Suppose I need a beneficiary transaction. Hmm, let me run it again. Okay, what is the name of it? Beneficiary TX. I want the beneficiary TX to be here. Now let me run it. Yeah, it is container started. If you see this beneficiary transaction, okay, so this is the way how container uses the auto wiring by type by default. If we don't specify anything, then you will get, if the type is having multiple implementation classes, then the container will be in the confusion state to inject what kind of bean to your class. Then we at the date qualifier comes into rescue to specify what is the specific bean you want the container to be injected automatically along with the at the date auto wired annotation. You have to use at the date qualifier annotation. Okay, this is about at the date auto wired annotation, and that works by type. There is another type. How the at the date auto wired annotation works is, by default it is working by type, right? We can also make it work by name as well, by this name. Okay, let's see that with an example. Okay, auto wiring by name. Yeah, we have seen it right here. Okay, for that we have to know the names of these beans. Okay, let us remove these bean names here from here. Okay, let's remove the name from here as well. Let us go to application.properties in the main resources section. Here, if you enable the logging for org.springframework.beans.factory, I'm going to use it as debug. Okay, now let's run it now. Okay, it is, we are still having qualifier annotation, right? Where is that? Okay, let me put it back. We'll see. Yeah, application started, right? Let me take this log to here. Let me search for fund transfer transactions. See this, creating a shared instance of single bean. This is the name of that bean. Similarly, creating a shared instance of singleton bean beneficiary transaction. Okay, so transaction business. If you see here, it is having only the difference with the class name is the starting letter is the small letter. Okay, otherwise it will be created with exactly same as the class name or the component name. Okay, as we mentioned a separate name to it, it is creating a name with the name we mentioned for the fund transaction, for the beneficiary type transaction. Okay, so these are the names. Now we want to instruct the Spring container based on these names, inject that particular bean into my transaction business. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, suppose I mentioned like this, transaction business. Okay, I'll remove this qualifier annotation now, but I'll go with transaction at the date auto wired annotation on transaction. Let me run it now. What will happen? We'll see. See this, we got the same error back. Now, what I will do is I want to instruct the container to inject based on name. Okay. Suppose if I mention the name as beneficiary tx here, the name means the reference variable. That is how it was creating the bean, right, in the container during startup. The same name we have to use it here. Okay. Now let's see. Container is started, right? Now let us run this. If you see this in business class, we are getting the beneficiary transaction. How this is happening? Because we mention the name, the same name with which the bean was created during the container startup. Okay, the same beneficiary transaction. Suppose if you want fund tx, you can mention fund tx only here. Then fund tx will be injected into your transaction business. Okay, when you have multiple types, right? When you have multiple classes implemented from a same type, and you want only one of them to be injected at any point of time, if you want to go with type based injection, then you can use qualifier. If you want to go with name based injection, auto wired injection, name by name, then you have to give that particular name to your dependent class. You have to pass that particular name as a for your dependent class here. Okay, in the transaction business. If you see this fund transaction transfer transaction is injected into transaction business. Okay, so these are the different ways. Okay, how we can inject a bean by type by name. That's all for today's video. So we have seen different approaches of injection like constructor based injection, property based injection, method level or the setter based injection, and we also have seen how the dependencies are injected by default by the bean type, by the bean name. Okay, how the at the date qualifier works, how at the date qualifier comes into rescue when you have the multiple implementation classes of same type. It is used to uniquely inject a bean. It is used to instruct a Spring container to identify the bean based on the name, based on the value we specified to the at the date qualifier. Okay, all those things we have seen in today's video. In next video, we will come up with a different set of annotations like at the date component. What is the use of component? What is at the date service? At repository, at controller, and at the date rest controller. All those 5 annotations we will be seeing it in the next video. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.